Hi guys.
Hi, Sarveya.
What
Hi.
is up Sarveya?
भैया
Hi.
ये कौन बोला ये?
सिद्धार्थ।
Okay. सुन हम खुद को म्यूट कर ले क्या? सर्वेया तू बात कर ले.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah. Yes.
Hi, Sid.
Hi SP.
अरे
अरे
Hi,
बाप रे.
Sid.
हाय हेलो एक छुट्टियां निकल
Yeah. Hi guys. So I'll start with the course. Hello to everyone. It's good to see you all together. Yeah. I've I've muted all your voices. So if there is any questions or anything, you can pop it up. And yeah, hi to everyone and welcome all. I can see like many of my friends here, and yeah, so many of my friends are here, along with new faces, juniors and all. Hello to everyone. Yeah. So about myself, those who are aware, so I'm Sanket M. Sarveya. Those who are not, I'm Sanket M. Sarveya. Yeah. So I'm graduated from Krivya, working as a designer, and I'm a 3D modeler. I do modeling for fun. And about today's course, it's briefing on Rhino3d. What I want from you all guys is just to watch and listen, because today it will be introduction to Rhino, just a briefing about it, how it goes and how it works, nothing else. And there will be no exercises or work today, so no need of softwares. Just you guys have to watch. That's it. I'll show you some work as well that has been done by professionals, and also while I was exploring the software I had done. So without getting any delay, let's start with it. About Rhino. Rhino also called as Rhinoceros, Rhino3d, or Rhino. It's a commercial 3D computer graphics. Basically means it's a 3D modeling software, also called as computer-aided design, that's CAD. Full form of CAD that we all use, the AutoCAD, is called as computer-aided design. And this Rhino3d is an application software which is developed by Robert McNeil and Associates, which was founded in 1980. Yeah. So under my observation, what I've found, Rhino3d is basically a combination of AutoCAD and SketchUp, I'll say, because it has both I'll say it has flexibility of doing CAD work precisely and also doing modeling work by using the same CAD references that we have drawn on Rhino. And what else? Yeah. Rhino is used in process like CAD that I already mentioned, CAM, rapid prototyping, 3D printing, and reverse engineering industries. And the industries include such as architecture, industrial design, product design, as well as multimedia and graphic design. So it all started with jewelry design. Rhino was used initially to model jewelry because of the intricate work and all, and then later on professionals have taken this software to various levels. It's developed for both Microsoft Windows operating system and OS as well. Talking about modeling, as Rhino was good with it, and yeah. Talking about modeling, there are two types of modeling. One is to use the tools that the software provides, but on the other side, just a second, guys. Yeah, and on the other side, modelers use either modeling tools and aids that are provided with the softwares, not only for Rhino but for various software as well. But also they use scripts. Initially, when complex geometry was designed, scripters were called into to model to model the complex geometries, and softwares were not capable with that. in market right now, there are various modeling softwares, rendering softwares, visualization softwares, analysis softwares, and whatnot. In various industries, they are growing. They are growing. Rhino is one of them. So I'll say why Rhino? Why Rhino? Under my opinion, I'll say it's the user interface is very friendly. One can make all kinds of wavy shapes, curved shapes, and it can have various exports and for various file formats so that it can be used in other applications as well. And yeah, talking about pros and cons of Rhino, have now started working with Grasshopper. It's an additional plugin for Rhino, and right now we can see computational design, parametric design, and various other stuffs are built on Grasshopper as well. And I'll say, yeah, why Grasshopper is good, because various Grasshopper plugins are there, and right now various Grasshopper plugins are coming one by one in market, and it's very useful, not only for modeling aspect, but for uh, various other things such as visualization, rendering, analysis in terms of strength, wind, and even making BOQs and making working drawings and all those things. I'll give you a touch up of what all those. Just a second. Yep. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry for the pause. Yeah. So where were we? Yeah, about talking about pros and cons. Pros is that Rhino is developing various plugins like SketchUp has, and the plugins, few of them are free, few of them are paid. We have to pay for them. But cons, I'll say it's getting updated a bit late, whereas in other softwares they are developing itself every year and year. In terms of Autodesk company is developing their softwares, all sorts of softwares, not only architecture, but they are developing it every year. Rhino 7 is coming up soon, and I'm excited about it. Right now, we have Rhino 6, Rhino 5. Rhino 6 is really good right now. If you are working on Rhino 6, that's really great. And yep, that's it. That was all about Rhino. So you're talking about Rhino isn't enough. I think I'll show you some of the references. I'll share my screen with you. Yep. So this is the main page of Rhino3d, www.rhino3d.com. Over here, we'll get all the resources for Rhino, even the software, applications, files, and whatnot. So what I want to show you, what are the applications in various fields that professionals have taken to enhance their design and achieve the desired output they want. So yeah, here are the list as we see: an industrial design, architecture, Grasshopper, jewelry design, mechanical design, aircraft. I think I'll go into one and now, oops, it's the same. For example, talking about this pod. So even though we as the end users, we see that this is the model which has been, I'll say it's initially it would be a prototype and then the final model has been made. But in order to achieve final model, all the I'll say iterations had been made in Rhino. As you can see, it's written your teapot by Lee Hal, model in Rhino, rendered in Rhino. So it's all within Rhino itself. All the measurements, everything, the precision, the curvedness, as we can see, the material effect, what will be the output. It all can be seen within this software. I think I'll go with one more. Yeah, the Phillips bulb. Yeah. So over here, what I want you to show is, even though modeling, say for industrial product or any other product, or even for architecture or engineering, it has been quite detailed one, as in how, because the end product would be that they want it to be finalized. That they just don't want to mess it or play with it, but it has to be finalized. And also the detailing should be accurate, because after the prototyping is done, it goes to the fabrication part, where the fabrications are not by the professionals, but I'll say with the help of professionals using machinery, and I'll say robotic manufacturing or something like that. Yep. Let's go few more over here. This is my favorite one. I've seen like many modelers who, even though this, yeah, I've seen like many modelers who make such amazing models and all. And I wonder which software they were, but finally I found out it's within this Rhino. And right now over here, it's rendered in V-Ray. Every aspect of the model has been under the control of the modeler, whether say the tolerance of 0.0001, any tolerance is achieved, because after modeling it goes on, as I've mentioned, it goes further ahead. Let's go for one more. Yeah, so various views of how the model can be perceived, and also while modeling it, how Rhino helps. And these are four of the viewports that we ideally see in Rhino. Yeah. So these are four of the viewports that we see in Rhino, which helps one to have control over the entire process. Yep. This looks cool. Like after I've seen like various people, like modelers, what they do once the model is done, they add this export. So what they do, they export the entire model into various applications, and then they make animations out of it. And I felt like it's so cool that this is the starting point of it. Even animation can be done with few of the plugins from Rhino, and it can be done within Rhino itself. And plugin for Grasshopper, and then plugin of Grasshopper goes into Rhino that way. Yep, like quite accurate, I would say. Over here, yeah, this is a shaded mode. He or she hasn't rendered the entire model, because he would have thought, yeah, rendered in others. Yeah, but this is pretty raw. Yeah, even this is amazing. So as I was speaking, Rhino is not only for modeling, for analysis as well. Right now in market, there is a requirement for people who are doing environmental study, wind study, uh, load testing. There are specific softwares for that, but even this is possible. But I'll say all this is possible within one. And as in how we start growing in one area, it shows us the way to how to go ahead and all. So I would say, yeah, this is all most of it. I've just touched few of it. There are many more examples. There are student works they have done, and I would say you, whenever you're free, you just hang around here. Yeah, and all those weird shapes, spooky, and yeah, you can find it over here. Somebody or other had made a script and just pasted it. There are courses and various notes, like even projects and all examples, references you can find on this one. Just a second, guys. Yeah. So after going through few of the examples that various professionals have done using Rhino, I would say every modeling or every object can be modeled over here. But it's really a long process to achieve all those stuff. About the overall course and future planning, I'll say the entire course focuses just on pure modeling. Even though Rhino has other, let's say, other reaches to achieve such desired output, but for now, within this 6 to 7 days of course, I'll be just focusing on pure modeling, and one can take ahead to achieve all those heights. So yeah, on pure modeling, generating precise geometry with curved surfaces and solids. Yeah, and as mentioned, there will be upcoming courses that will touch aspects such as presentation, visualization, Grasshopper and its plugin, Rhino for architects, and many other, but it's in future. So yeah, this was all about the work that I've seen online, and even I got inspired. So I'm showing it to you because even wanted to learn it and see how and what Rhino is done. I'll show you some of the work that I did when I was in college. Some small stuff, like some small projects, ranging to small to a larger one, and also quite complex. And I'll show you the Insta work that I had done on Grasshopper. Let's share it with you. Mm, Yeah. So this is what Rhino looks like, the interface of Rhino. I'll just give you a short introduction. The main bar, the sidebar, the standard toolbar, and the panel bar, which we see on the right. These are the four viewports. You can enlarge it, minimize it. If you want 4 or 6 viewports according to the need that you want for modeling, you can use it. Yeah. So yeah, about this one. So I remember I had just started with Rhino. One of our Rhino faculty, Karthik Gala, he started the Rhino course. I attended it, and at the same time, we had our Lucknow presentation drawings. Me and my group were working on Badai Mambara, and we didn't know what this minaret would really look like because of the shape. And we were back in Mumbai, not in Lucknow. So I tried using just simple geometries like spheres and rectangles and cylinders to generate it and just to visualize it how it will look. At this time, I was just trying and figuring out what it will look like when it is at 90-degree or say at perspective or parallel projections and all. I, and then yeah, this one seems dark. Change it. Yep. By the way, I'm using Rhino 6 right now. That's why the interface looks good. It's like whitish. Rhino 5, the tone is a bit darker for presentation. Right now I'm in rendered mode. In Rhino 5, the rendered mode is a bit dark as compared to Rhino 6. So that's why. Yeah. So as I was exploring, I had my CAD drawings which I had done for my work, WD, and during holidays I made this model. Various other plugins such as 3D blocks from other sites, which then I converted into Rhino objects, trees from a plugin called as Lance Design that I had used, and yeah, modeling in Rhino. I had imported sections and plans and yeah, and generated the design. The reason I'm showing you this model is because when I started it, looking at references, it felt like quite difficult because no one was there who can say, it's easy, or I'll say or somebody can say, oh, shall I teach you or whatnot. But I'm showing this to you because, yeah. So I'm showing this just to show you that every bit of detailing is possible. as I mentioned, the tolerance of 0.001 mm is also possible. And all. I'll show you a few of the views. Yeah, so this is how it looks like. Each and every component, how it's made. Right now, this model is very basic. There are a few more which will be like amazing. I'll just have a look. And those are the reference drawings. I'll show you one more. Yep, this one. So the previous model, it was orthogonal one. There was no curves, like less number of curves, and it was easily delayable. But in this one, there are curves and there are few glitches over here. Sorry for that. But yeah, you just can have a look. So as you can see, this model, it looks presentable in this white space, and when you apply material, it looks great. A few references. Yeah. This is how the detailing can be done. Like this is the level of detailing we can achieve. Even there are various other softwares that can do, but even Rhino can do it. And yeah. Yep, this one. So while modeling this one, the requirement that I had, like I would say the goal that I had set was one, to achieve a good rendered model so that I can show my guides that okay, this is the structure that I want to have. And also at the same time, they wanted context. But I didn't know at that time what realistic renders are and how I can do it. But then little bit of jugaad I did with help of Photoshop. Looks black here. And yep, these are the exports that I did. Materials are from V-Ray, modeling on Rhino, and editing on Photoshop. My faculty was happy at that time. And yeah, few of the views. It looks pretty good. Like it blends with the surrounding. I think the photo at that time which I had taken, I didn't have the intention that I will be doing it, but it sits perfectly. The model orientation and how the building sits, and it went good along with the quality of light that falls. Even the model has been uh,
पापा ओटीपी बता दो ओटीपी
yeah. So I was talking about even modeling can be done in such a way that it can trick somebody's eye. And over here, considering the light is falling on this side, the shadow falls here, the sun being high, the shadow is a bit low, and also like merging of the photos with the model and all. So just trying with it. And, yeah. So the references that I'm showing you of my work are starting from small scale, such as minaret, and then coming to models which has like large topography, as you can see here in this one. Along with cooperating landscape nearby. Here's the water edge. I couldn't make it, but yeah, here's the water edge. That's the CAD file that you can see. That's the final model that has been built. So reason I'm showing you all these models is that with basic understanding of Rhino, only with pure modeling, not I'll say if you have like knowledge of for scripting, it's really good. You can use scripting in Rhino or coding in Rhino, and it's good. But I'll say with basic understanding of modeling, you can achieve all those limits. To show you how it looks. Even for visualization purpose, interaction with clients and interaction with our faculties, this works great. Oops, sounds it's dark. I'll show you some of the renders that I've taken from this one. Textures are off here. Yep, this one. So this is half rendered. Rendering was taking a lot of time because of my system. And yeah, you can see it got pixelated here by it's neat and clean on this side. Few other shots. And I've seen like many of my friends who model on Rhino or SketchUp and all. Is the individual depends on the individual how he works. I prefer having CAD drawings and then making the models. Or there are people who just model and design simultaneously on the same software. It totally depends upon you. That's why you can see the CAD lines on the model within the model. These one, this one being the last one. So I planned for my thesis that I'll extract all the drawings from the model using all the capacity or taking the advantage of the model, and let's have some good drawings. The model has been made accurate. This text is not. It's pretty dark. Let's go with render only. Yeah. So the intent was I'll have my design in place. I'll have my dimensions and all those things, the criteria, setbacks, and everything, material selections and everything in place. And then I'll just make the model. I haven't taken any views from this one, but I just wanted drawings. And detail every aspect of it, say from louvers, perforated sheets, to this trusses, steps, and all of it. There are no fudges in this one. I didn't want to take any call, and by this time I was like pretty sure that yeah, I'll make it. So that's the section that I have received from Rhino, I've taken out from Rhino. I'll say 10 to 15 minutes of cleaning, and compared to other softwares, it takes like 4 to 5 hours or max, like I'll say 10 to 12 hours for cleaning. There are no overlapping joints. It's completely accurate. This export I had done from Rhino 6. Rhino 5 has few glitches and bugs, but Rhino 6 is amazing. And I was really happy with this export. Except this one. Some of the guys. Yep. So this was all about Rhino, introduction of Rhino, briefing of Rhino, what all Rhino can do, its application, and works that people have done, professionals who have pushed its limit and got their results and all. And I would say, I hope I was able to help you understand this application. I'll say this is just a beginning and there is lots of stuff coming ahead and it will be fun. And short one about what the course is. There were 4 to 5 days that I have allotted for this one, what it's going to be. So as I'm talking about, we'll be focusing purely on modeling. The modeling, share your screen. Yeah. So as I'm saying, we'll be working only with modeling by using all the commands which are here. We'll be using curve tools, surfaces, solids. So how we can make curves straight, it's a polyline or a curve or a spline, geometries from this one. And also while making solids, how it can be made precisely, what are the snapping points, what are the rules, and how to avoid mistakes while modeling and all of that. I'll say that's it, guys. That's it for today. And regarding queries and doubts, it will be great because there are many people here within this chat and it will be difficult for me to answer everyone. We'll have a discussion on WhatsApp. I try to answer as many questions as possible. And yep, that's it.